You've got a cruise coming up and you have no idea where to find trusted shore excursion providers. How do you book safe, reliable activities in port on a cruise? Should you book only with the cruise line, or are there fail-safe ways to book on your own? I'm Sherry with CruiseTipsTV.com, and I'll answer these questions and more in this video. Through over 20 years of experience booking cruises and excursions, I help travelers with cruise planning, packing, and destination tips so you can create your dream cruise. Now, there are lots of ways to book shore excursions, and there's nothing wrong with booking directly with the cruise line. In fact, we do it all the time. But sometimes you may not find exactly what you're looking for, or you may be ready to find a less expensive and less crowded way to explore the ports you're visiting. If that's you, we're going to help you out with 7 smart ways to book your own cruise shore excursions. A good place to start getting an idea for what you'd like to do in port is to research sites like TripAdvisor and Viator. On these sites, you can see what types of activities are available, how much it costs on average, and what types of ratings each activity gets. You could book your excursions right on these sites, and many people do, but most experienced cruisers take it a few steps further to narrow down their shore excursion options. So let's talk about how to do that. If you're a visual person, a great way to research cruise excursions is to check out YouTube videos. For example, you can go to YouTube in the search bar and type something as simple as Cozumel excursions into the search bar, or try search terms that use the word port or activities following the destination. Sometimes the person who uploaded the video of their experience will tell you the name of the tour company or list it in the description of their video. This can be a great way to find current, trusted shore excursion providers. Be sure to check the descriptions in these videos because many times you can find direct links to services mentioned in the video. Now, once you book your cruise, if you have a Facebook account, you may be able to join a Facebook group that acts as a virtual roll call for your cruise. To find your group, navigate to Groups on Facebook and type in your cruise ship name and the sailing date. That's all you need. Once you're accepted into the Facebook group, you'll be able to interact with other people booked on your exact voyage. In these roll calls, people booked on your cruise will get to know one another before the cruise. They'll share information about their plans in port and on board, and they'll ask general questions. This is a great informal way to find out what others are up to and to vet shore excursion providers. You may even find that members of your Facebook group will book shared excursions to save money. We love this shared excursion tactic for those looking for safety in numbers and for solo and single travelers. It's a great way to meet other people and to make new friends from all over the world. Some people have really good luck with finding shore excursion ideas in their Facebook groups, but for others, it requires even more research. So for a deeper and perhaps more anonymous look at what other excursions cruisers have booked and recommend, visit the ports of call area on websites like cruiseline.com and Cruise Critic. Now, there are 2 key things you'll want to do once you're on these websites. On Cruise Critic, head to the ports of call area and choose your cruise destination. Here you'll find hundreds of posts about port and activity ideas, including real detailed reports and reviews. Spend some time browsing the ports of call category and just keep an open mind for new excursions and experience ideas. You'll never know what you're going to find here. There's lots to choose from. Now, if you have something specific you're looking for, type it into the search bar and see what comes up. The search feature is great because it saves you time and allows you to narrow what you're looking for. For example, you might head to the Alaska ports of call category and then type in something like Ketchikan to narrow your search just to that port. On the cruiseline.com website, navigate to Explore, then select Ports. Here you're going to find more port and excursion info. Now here's a secret tip. I love this. Be sure to keep scrolling down in this area because this is where it gets good. Here is where you'll find reviews on the port. And if you look closely, you'll find honest, really detailed information on what to do in each area from real cruisers. This is a great place to kind of skim for ideas in a quick manner and to look for those watch outs and bad experiences you may want to avoid. People don't hesitate to lay it all out in their reviews here. The next thing you'll want to do on Cruise Critic is to join your cruise's roll call. Similar to the Facebook groups we mentioned earlier, once you join the roll call on Cruise Critic, you can chat with other cruisers on your voyage about their plans. Now, sometimes in roll calls, you can organize group excursions too, kind of like we mentioned earlier. For example, one member of the roll call can get a discounted quote from an excursion provider for a minimum number of people in the group. If you do this, we suggest getting the excursion provider's direct contact info and booking with them directly. Rather than giving money to other roll call members, you can still join the group, but we just don't think you should give anybody except the excursion provider your money. Does that make sense? We've had super good luck with this strategy, and we booked with others in our Cruise Critic roll call when we visited Vietnam on a Princess cruise a few years back. We saved a ton of money, and we felt super safe being in a group. This was especially important on this cruise because we were in a foreign country with a relatively long ride from where the ship docked to the inner city. We're talking like hours here. The tour was much smaller and more intimate than the ones booked through the cruise line, and we carefully vetted the excursion provider before the cruise. And since we were with the group, we felt really, really safe, and we knew that that provider wanted to get us back on time. All right, so you've done your research and you're ready to book your excursion. What should you do to ensure you'll make it back to the ship on time and that you're choosing the right excursion provider? Here are some best practices and watch-outs. First, carefully review the cancellation and refund policy. Under no circumstances should you book an excursion that does not offer a full refund if your ship fails to dock, docks late, or has some other issue with getting you to the port on time. Next, get something in writing confirming your meeting place, departure time, and emergency contact information for the tour provider in the event your ship is delayed. Then, confirm the excursion and meeting place about 1 to 2 days before the excursion by phone or email just to be safe. Now, this next tip is super critical. Watch out for ship time versus shore time discrepancies. Sometimes the cruise ship's time does not match the shore or port time, and this could cause you to be late for your excursion or, worse yet, miss your ship after the excursion ends. When in doubt, you can triple check this in your onboard newsletter, with the customer service team, and even the shore excursion desk on board. Ask everyone you know to make sure. As a rule of thumb, we like to ensure we're back to the ship not 1, but really about 2 hours before all aboard time. Play it really safe. Lastly, plan to get off the ship early on the day of your excursion so you can ensure you'll be on time. Pack some cash for gratuities, take your photo ID, and pay close attention to the tour description to confirm what items you should bring with you. All right, now you're ready to book safe, trusted shore excursions like a pro. We are going to link to some of our favorite shore excursion experiences in the description of this video from all over the world, a really big variety for you to check out. Be sure to subscribe to our channel here at Cruise Tips TV. And before you go, drop your favorite shore excursion experience of all time down in the comments below. Tell us all about it. Tell us what you loved about it. And if you want a link to the excursion provider, go for it. Maybe folks will get some ideas from some of your best shore days by jumping into the comments. I love it. We can all share. Thank you so very much for watching. And until next time, friends, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye-bye.